Welcome, everyone, to the Wonder Boldly podcast. I am your host, Christine Santos, and I am passionate about motivating you to go after and achieve your goals. My goal is to encourage you to know that you also possess the choice to live the life you desire. This podcast covers lessons learned from female entrepreneurs and small businesses to tips on how to create a podcast that will help grow your business. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Wonder Boldly. Today on the podcast, I want to talk about interviewing. So if you are a podcast host and you have guests on your show, there are so many things we need to think about to set the right stage, to make them feel welcome, and to give our listeners an amazing episode. There's so much to talk about here. I'm not going to cover it all in this one episode. I'm going to give us bite-sized episodes and come back next week to learn more about how to have a successful podcast interview. Today, I'm going to start at the top, and that is setting the stage so that you have all the information you need about your guest and your guest knows what to expect. For Wonder Boldly, my podcast, we send out a form and it captures all this information that we want to know about our guest, that we want our guest to feel like they are a participant in how this episode is going to be marketed, is going to be the end result for them to get more clients, for them to get more eyes on their business. And in doing that, it's a true partnership. Right? So if you're having a guest on your show, you can certainly go to their website, check them out, get all the information about them. But you want to know how they want to be represented, how they want their information to be shared on the episode, right? So you might be thinking to yourself, well, Christine, they've got their website out there. I can easily grab that information. And that's absolutely true. But again, the idea is this is a partnership. You're having a guest on your podcast. It's just like having a guest in your home. You want to set the stage. You clean, maybe you're preparing a meal. You want them to feel welcome, respected, and you want them to feel really comfortable. So that is one of the first things we want to do. We want them to be able to supply us with information that is going to make them feel comfortable, make them feel respected, and really have an exciting and fun episode. I do have a template. If you would like the template, DM me on Instagram. That's really the best place to get in touch with me, and I'm happy to send you my template. Okay, please ask your guests to rate and review your show. That is so important. As podcasters, we know how important that is. And everybody has good intentions. We ask people to rate and review, and everybody is busy. They have these good intentions to do that, and still it doesn't get done. We've all been there. I'm guilty of it too. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot to rate and review somebody's show, and I'll go out and do that. Make it really easy for them. So ask them, prior to them coming on the show, a really good step for them is to listen to a couple of the episodes so they know what to expect. They know your interview style, and they know how other guests have shown up on the show. And what that does is that allows them the ability then to rate and review the show. So in that form that I talked about, and again, you can grab the template, you can DM me on Instagram at Christine B. Santos. And in there, you can include links to a couple of your episodes. So again, they get a feel for how you interview, how other people present themselves on the show, and then they can rate and review. So please make sure to do that. Please make sure to ask your guests to do that. They want to help you. You're helping them. You're getting their word out. You're getting their business out into the world, having them on your podcast. This is a relationship, having a guest on your podcast, and they want to help you. You know, one of my coaches said to me the other day, that, you know how much you like to give, Christine? Well, people also like to give, and receiving is a real skill as well, because I am a people pleaser and I do have a hard time with receiving. So we were talking about that, and it's so true. Allowing your guest to give back to you by simply doing a review of your show. That is so powerful for you, and it gives them that opportunity to really thank you and give back to you. Afford them that opportunity. Okay. So now you've got the form. Now they've rated and reviewed your show. And now you're going to set the stage. And when they join, we're going to hit record and we are going to start our interview. Come back next week and we will talk more about interviewing your guests on your podcast. If you found this helpful at all, please share it with another podcaster, even somebody who's thinking about podcasting. Share it, please. And please take a moment to rate and review the show. I would so appreciate it. Until next time, continue to wonder boldly. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a 5-star review and recommend it to a friend. This shows me the impact my podcast is making and helps spread these messages so more people can listen to this podcast. I appreciate you taking the time to tune in, and I hope this podcast motivates and inspires you to pursue your dreams. Until next time, continue to wonder boldly.